pride is based on a very simple premise, one that's summed up in a declaration made over 200 years ago. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That is the true genius of America, the faith in the simple dreams of its people, the insistence of small miracles, that we can tuck in our children at night and know that they are fed and clothed and are safe from harm, that we can say what we think, write what we think, without hearing the sudden knock on the door, that we can have an idea and start our own business without paying a bribe or hiring somebody's son, that we can participate in the political process without fear of retribution, and that we know that our votes will always be counted. Barack Hussein Obama, the first African-American president, delivered this speech at the 2004 Democratic National Convention as a keynote address. In his speech, this speech propelled Obama from relatively unknown to a household name overnight. In this address, Obama campaigns for John Kerry and provides hope and optimism for the people of America. A while back, I met a young man named Seamus at the VFW Hall in East Moline, Illinois. Seamus was a good-looking kid, 6'2" or 6'3", clear-eyed with an easy smile. He told me that he had joined the Marines and was headed to Iraq the following week. As I listened to Seamus explain to me why he had enlisted, his faith in our country and its leaders, his devotion to duty and service, I thought, this young man was all any of us could hope for in a child. But then I asked myself, are we serving Seamus as well as he was serving us? I thought of the more than 900 servicemen and women, husbands and wives, sons and daughters, friends and neighbors who will not be returning to their hometowns. I thought of the families struggling to get by without a loved one's full income, or whose loved ones had returned with limbs missing or nerves shattered, but still had no long-term health benefits because they were reservists. I thought, when we send our young men and women into harm's way, we have a solemn obligation not to fudge the numbers or shade the truth about why they're going, to care for their families, to tend to the soldiers upon their return, and to never, ever go to war without enough troops to win the war, secure the peace, and earn the respect of the world. Now, let me be clear. We have real enemies in this world. These enemies must be found. They must be pursued, and they must be defeated. John Kerry knows this. And just as Lieutenant Kerry did not hesitate to risk his life to protect the men who served with him in Vietnam, President Kerry will not hesitate to use our military might to keep America safe and secure. Now, it's not enough for just some of us to prosper. For alongside our famous individualism, there's another ingredient in the American saga, the belief in all that we are all one people. If there's a child on the south side of Chicago who can't read, that matters to me, even if it's not my child. If there's a senior citizen somewhere who can't pay for her prescription and has to choose between medicine and the rent, that makes my life poorer, even if it's not my own grandmother. If there's an Arab American family being rounded up without benefit of an attorney or due process, that threatens my civil liberties. It is that fundamental belief, I am my brother's keeper, I am my sister's keeper, that makes this country work. It is what allows us to pursue our individual dreams and yet still come together as one single American family. E pluribus unum. Out of many, one. Yet, even as we speak, there are those who are preparing to divide us. The spin masters and negative ad peddlers who embrace the politics of anything goes. Well, I say to them tonight, there's not a liberal America or a conservative America. There's the United States of America. There's not a Black America and a white America and a Latino America and an Asian America. There's the United States of America. The pundits like to slice and dice our country into two states, red states and blue states, red states for Republicans and blue states for Democrats. Well, I've got news for them too. We worship an awesome God in the blue states, and we don't like federal agents poking around our libraries in the red states. We play Little League in the blue states, and we have gay friends in the red states. There are patriots who supported the war in Iraq, and there are patriots who opposed it. We are all one people. All of us pledging allegiance to the stars and the stripes. All of us defending the United States of America. In the end, that's what this election is all about. Do we participate in a politics of cynicism or a politics of hope? John Kerry calls on us to hope. I'm not talking about blind optimism here, the almost willful ignorance that thinks that unemployment will go away if we just ignore it, or that the health crisis will solve itself if we just don't talk about it. No, I'm talking about something more substantial. The hope of slaves sitting around fires singing freedom songs. The hope of immigrants setting out for distant shores. The hope of a young naval lieutenant bravely patrolling the Mekong Delta. The hope of a mill worker's son who dares to defy the odds. The hope of a skinny kid with a funny name who believes that America has a place for him too. The audacity of hope. That is God's greatest gift to us, the bedrock of this nation, the belief in things not seen, the belief that there are better days ahead. I believe we can give our middle class relief and provide working families with a road to opportunity. I believe we can provide jobs to the jobless and homes to the homeless and reclaim young people across America from violence and despair. I believe that as we stand at the crossroads of history, we can make the right choices and we can meet the challenges that face us. America! Thank you.